Now at 9, a new ballroom is under construction at the White House. See what the upgrade plans are.
And Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport in Atlanta faced the threat of mass shootings. We have the details.
And the government shutdown has started its 4th week. See what this means for Americans.
And House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries was threatened online. Hear more about the man convicted.
We're tracking windy weathers at 9 tonight. Find out why on NewsLink Indiana.
Local news about local people, live from Ball State Unified Media. You're watching NewsLink Indiana.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Peyton Mucker.
And I'm Allison Brannicky.
President Donald Trump is excited about the start of construction for the new White House ballroom.
You probably hear the beautiful sound of construction to the back. You hear that sound? Oh, that's music to my ears. I love that sound. Other people don't like it. I love it, Josh. I think when I hear that sound, it reminds me of money.
Demolition of the East Wing began on Monday to add the $200 million exclusive event space. Today, Trump said the sound of construction is music to his ears.
The administration said that the ballroom will be funded by Trump and other private donors. The ballroom will be able to hold 650 people, which is more than 3 times the size of the largest event space in the White House. A man was arrested today after making threats to, quote, and shoot up, end quote, Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport in Atlanta.
Police say a tragedy was avoided after law enforcement was told by family members that their loved one was armed and headed to Atlanta's airport. CNN's Michael Yoshida reports.
Billy Joe Cagle arrested Monday inside Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport, accused of threatening to, quote, shoot it up.
This crisis was averted, but this individual did have a semi-automatic weapon.
Officials say family members of Cagle warned police he was armed and heading to the airport. Police say Cagle didn't have a gun on him when officers confronted him inside the terminal, but when they searched his truck parked outside, they did find an AR-15 assault rifle.
There were 27 rounds that could have been fired from this weapon inside the airport. We're here today briefing you on a success and not a tragedy because a family saw something and said something.
Atlanta's mayor said Cagle had mental health challenges. A friend says he spoke with Cagle on Sunday because he was concerned about some of his recent social media posts.
You know, people go through things and people deal with them differently, and unfortunately, Billy, may have made a bad decision here.
Atlanta's International Airport is the busiest airport in the world, with more than 108 million people flying through in 2024. Police say Cagle seemed very interested in the TSA check-in area, which was heavily crowded at the time.
There's always going to be soft, more exposed areas of an airport as you go to the hardened part, which is, of course, the TSA line. That area is going to be the most congested because people are going from free flow to secure flow. And there's always going to be a buildup, and that's always been a worry.
In Washington, Michael Yoshida.
Cagle will appear in court tomorrow. He is facing multiple charges, including terroristic threats and possession of a firearm by a convicted felon.
At 21 days, the government shutdown is now tied for the second longest in U.S. history. The shutdown is still in a stalemate with both sides unable to reach agreements. Democrats say they want a funding bill that addresses Medicaid cuts and expiring Obamacare subsidies. On the other hand, Republicans say that they won't discuss that until Democrats pass their funding bill with no changes. President Trump spoke on Republicans' goals today during an address.
And I want to just say from the beginning, our message has been very simple. We will not be extorted on this crazy plot of theirs. They've never done this before. Nobody has. You always vote for an extension. Chuck Schumer and the Senate Democrats need to vote for the clean, bipartisan CR and reopen our government. It's got to be reopened right now.
The record longest shutdown remains the one during President Donald Trump's first term. It holds the record of 35 days after Democrats refused to pay for a border wall.
A rioter convicted in the January 6, 2021 Capitol attack was arrested Sunday for allegedly threatening to kill Congressman Hakeem Jeffries. Authorities say an anonymous source told the FBI Christopher Moynihan said he would kill Democratic House Minority Leader Jeffries in New York City. Moynihan was previously sentenced nearly 2 years in prison for his role in the Capitol attack. This year, President Trump issued a blanket pardon for all the rioters, including Moynihan. In a statement, Jeffries thanked law enforcement for apprehending Moynihan. A New York judge ruled Moynihan will stay in prison while awaiting a hearing Thursday on whether he could be released pending trial. He is charged with making a terroristic threat.
The maker of Tylenol is pushing back on a proposed change to the product safety label. Kenvue said the FDA should not change Tylenol's label to reflect possible connections between use during pregnancy and diagnosis of autism in children. The company stated the revisions would be arbitrary and contrary to law. The statement comes after President Donald Trump encouraged pregnant women to stop taking acetaminophen last month. Trump claimed acetaminophen is linked to autism. Current Tylenol safety labels instruct people who are pregnant or breastfeeding to ask a health professional before use. According to doctors and research, taking the pain reliever during pregnancy remains safe.
An update on the health of former President Joe Biden. A spokesperson for Biden says the former president has completed a course of radiation therapy to treat an aggressive form of prostate cancer. The 82-year-old has undergone several weeks of treatment at Penn Medicine Radiation Oncology in Philadelphia. Biden marked the moment by ringing a bell, a tradition that many cancer patients often do to signify the completion of treatment. It is unclear of what treatment steps might be next for Biden. He revealed last May that he was battling prostate cancer, and the disease has spread to his bones.
Well, Allison, I must say, I absolutely love fall, and I think it's probably my most favorite season. But one thing, it is getting pretty chilly out there.
Yeah, no, I love it too. It's been really nice taking a ton of pictures of the nice red and orange fall leaves, but oh my goodness, the wind has really picked up, and it's been getting chilly at nighttime.
Right, that wind has almost made it a little too extreme. Let's take it over to Trey and see what he has to say about the weather.
All right, looking at our current temperatures right now, up north it's 45 degrees in South Bend, 53 degrees in both Lafayette and Muncie. Down south is 54 degrees in Indianapolis and 56 degrees down in Evansville. Now looking at the next 12 hours, it is going to coast around the 45-degree range. It's going to be 46 degrees around 12 a.m. It is going to be 45 degrees consistently until 9 a.m., 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. Now looking at the weather we're tracking, right now we're tracking low temperatures. The winds are picking up and those musky skies overhead are going to clear the skies.
Coming up, Warner Brothers is up for sale. Find out what this means for the company.
And HBO Max is changing its pricing. See what this means for consumers.
Hey, boss. Okay.
I said I'm fine.
With the frosted Superman, but it wasn't on it, and we lost it.
You can talk to me.
It's been really, really hard for me.
Hey there, Hoosiers. Are you ready to give your child a head start on their future? Indiana 529 savings plans are a simple way to save for their education. Plus, there are some great tax benefits. The best part? It's not just for college. Indiana 529 can be used for tech schools, trade programs, apprenticeships, and more. Start with just $10 a month at myindiana529.com to help them reach their dreams.
I've always loved space and football. Growing up, some people told me I had to choose. But here's the deal. You can be great at more than one thing. And getting involved in STEM opens up your world to a universe of opportunities in life. Get inspired and get involved today. There are STEM programs and science centers available in your community, so be sure to check out spaceforall.us to learn more and get started. Find your place in space. Space for All.
Julie was always a voracious reader. She'd carry 2 novels on an airplane because she'd read one on a 3-4 hour ride. And at some point, I began to notice that she would read a page and couldn't remember what she had just read, and she'd have to go back and read it again.
I don't remember much these days after I read, but less does for me, and I love it.
Welcome back. Warner Brothers Discovery is officially up for sale. CNN's parent company announced today that it has several potential buyers, including Paramount Skydance. Officials at WBD said its board of directors has begun a review of its options. CEO David Zaslav has been planning to split the company up, saying it would be more valuable in two pieces. Despite that, Paramount recently made an initial move to acquire the entire organization. According to sources, the WBD board rejected that offer, reportedly because it was too low. WBD shares rose more than 7% in Tuesday's pre-market trading.
HBO Max is raising prices for all of its plans. HBO Max Basic with ads is going up $1 a month, or $10 for an annual subscription. For HBO Max Standard, the price increase is $1.50 per month, or $15 more per year, and there's an increase of $2 per month, or $20 per year, for HBO Max Premium. The prices are effective immediately for new customers. The company will notify existing monthly subscribers 30 days ahead of plan renewals. Their prices will go up starting from their next billing date on or after November 20th. Currently, yearly subscribers won't have to pay more until their accounts are up for renewal and will get 30 days advance notice.
Coca-Cola is slowly selling its classic drink made with with cane sugar as opposed to corn syrup. Cane sugar Cokes are common internationally, including in Mexico, but corn syrup has long been used as an ingredient for Cokes in the U.S., partly because of the cost. Coca-Cola officials say the cane sugar cans are currently available in select cities. This comes as the Atlanta-based company is enjoying success with its sugar-free drinks, including Coke Zero and Smart Water. Over the years, the health industry has stressed that soda isn't healthy in general, regardless of where the soda comes from.
And I'm documenting those fall weathers. Find out more after the break.
People want to define Gen Z, but that's our job.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital. I put out a forest fire. I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives. And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time. While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
Did you know that 9 out of 10 Americans are sick of the divisions in our country? But there's one small step we can take to remember that we're still connected. All over America, strangers with different political views are coming together to talk about their lives, not politics, and discovering they actually have a lot in common. Because even if we don't see eye to eye, we can still talk, heart to heart. So let's talk, for a change. Learn more at takeonesmallstep.org.
Emma, did you hear?
Todd's in the hospital.
Who's Todd? He got a collapsed lung from vaping. He thought it was cool.
Not cool.
Promise you won't vape, Emma. It can lead to a lifelong addiction, and we can't be friends if your lungs collapse.
Bogus.
Wacky sitcom teens aren't the best people to talk to your kid about vaping.
Hey, you got a minute?
You are. Start the conversation with your child about vaping today.
Welcome back. Looking at our current temperatures right now, it's 49 degrees up in Kokomo, 53 degrees in Muncie right now, 54 in Indianapolis and Shelbyville, and 57 down in Terre Haute. Now looking at the Muncie area right now, over on the east side, up in Portland, it's 54 degrees. Down south is 53 in Farmland with 50 in Richmond. And then up north on the west side, we have 47 degrees in Marion with 53 in Anderson. Now looking at the 24-hour temperature change, right now the lowest right now is Kokomo with a -6 degree temperature change, 5 degrees in Muncie, -3 degrees down in Indianapolis, with -2 down in Shelbyville, and a -1 in Bloomington. Now looking at the next 12 hours, it's going to coast into the mid-40s throughout the week. At 1 a.m. it's going to be 46 degrees, and then it'll stay that way pretty consistently until 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. tomorrow morning, where it will be 45 degrees tomorrow. Now, today, it is mostly cloudy, with it being 45 degrees. The wind is blowing 15 miles per hour, and believe it or not, there is actually a meteor shower tonight. So the best place to see that is low light pollution, so maybe a field with no lights or the top of the parking garage if you don't have a car on campus. And the best way to see that is after 12 p.m. Now, looking at tomorrow, it is 44 degrees, 8 a.m. tomorrow. It's going to be cloudy the entire day. The winds are definitely going to be picking up around 12 p.m. tomorrow, where it will be 49 degrees and the winds will be blowing 20 miles per hour. Thankfully, around 5 p.m., it's going to be 53 degrees. The winds are going to be back down at 15 miles per hour, but it is still going to be cloudy. And looking at our 6 to 10 day temperature outlook, we are still in the above average zone, as you can see here in Indiana. We're still orange, we're still bright orange, but thankfully in the northwest area there is below average winds blowing through the nation. It's starting around Utah and Colorado, and thankfully it will be hitting us in the next few days, which we will definitely need. Now, looking at our precision cast, you can see little splotches of clouds, and I want to stop it right here. You can see at 10 a.m., Muncie is completely covered in clouds, and it will continue to become completely covered in clouds throughout the next day into tomorrow morning. And thankfully, at 3 a.m. tomorrow, it is going to be perfectly cleared up. Now, looking at our wind gusts here, 26 miles per hour in Muncie tomorrow, 29 miles per hour up in Portland and Winchester, 27 miles per hour in Richmond with Kokomo, and 29 miles per hour in Marion. And over the next couple of hours, it'll be clearing up Thursday in the morning with the winds going back down to 15. Now, looking at the 7-day forecast, Wednesday through Friday will be in the high 50s, and starting this weekend, it will be in the low 60s with the sun coming out of those clouds. And thankfully, it will continue heating up until Monday and Tuesday, which it will be 64 degrees. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I'm really excited for this fall weather. I've been listening to a lot of the Bill Evans, Vince Guaraldi trios, and I've just been on countless walks in my cozy weather attire.
You know, during fall break, I already brought out my winter coat back from home. I live in Illinois, and I'm glad that I did, because when I go on walks at nighttime or go to get food with my friends, it is already pretty chilly, and some of my friends have also started wearing their winter coats as well.
Yeah, I'll definitely agree with you. It is definitely time to bundle up right now. I thought the cold was a little bad a week ago, and it just keeps getting colder. Well, thank you so much, Trey. There's lots more to get to on NewsLink Indiana. Josh Gabbard has a preview of sports.
Thanks, Peyton and Allison. The NBA tips off tonight, and one Ball State team looks to repeat last year's success. All this and more, next in sports.
Be right there. Wait. Use the shovel and bucket of water, remember? Drown, stir, drown, feel. Then make sure it's cool.
Where'd you learn that?
SmokeyBear.com. Brushed up on some tips before we left. Don't want to start a wildfire, right?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Students who can read by the end of 3rd grade are 35% more likely to graduate. I'm Dr. Katie Jenner, Indiana Secretary of Education, here to tell you how reading 30 minutes per day can improve the trajectory of a child's life. Whether you're reading with your child or they are reading independently, this is one of the most important things you can do to help them succeed. So this school year, please encourage your child to continue reading. It's a small habit that makes a big difference.
Food isn't just fuel to live, it's fuel to grow. My family relied on public assistance to help provide meals for us. These meals fueled my involvement in theater and the arts as a child, which fostered my love for acting. The Feeding America network of food banks helps millions of people put food on the table. When people are fed, futures are nourished. Join the movement to end hunger, and together we can open endless possibilities for people to thrive. Visit feedingamerica.org/actnow.
At night, NewsLink Indiana brings you the news before you go to bed.
But Friday mornings, you're waking up with Cardinal Weather, bringing you up to speed on the day's top stories.
And giving you up-to-the-minute conditions from the Ball State Weather Center.
And of course, lots of fun.
I gave mine personality. Look, it's got eyebrows.
Ooh, my lucky glove didn't even work.
But I also am excited for those fall temperatures.
Start your Friday mornings with Cardinal Weather, live on the Cardinal Weather Facebook page.
Welcome back to NewsLink Indiana. I'm Josh Gabbard with sports. This past Friday, Ball State field hockey faced off in a special match. NewsLink Indiana's Xavier Harris has the story.
Last Friday was a day to remember at Briner Sports Complex as Ball State field hockey faced off against Bellarmine University in a day that featured celebrations of the past and present. It was Alumni and Senior Day, and friends and family as well as alumni were there to fill the stands. The Cards took the early lead in the second period, followed by Bellarmine matching that later that period. The score stood pat until the second overtime where junior forward Julia Verratti scored the game-winning goal. It goes without saying that a win on this day meant the world to the team seniors, some coming from far and wide to take in this moment.
My parents have come all the way from South Africa, other parents from the Netherlands, this parents all over from the state. It means everything. I don't know how to put it in words. The words can't describe how I love this team so much, and like winning with these girls today.
In midst of the celebration came reflection too, as this day was also thinking back and realizing just how far they have came as individuals and as a team.
Myself coming in, I wasn't that confident. I didn't really believe in myself. Now I have the most confidence from my teammates. It has been amazing. They've given me confidence to just trust myself, know what I need to do, and just work my butt off.
With the season having its ups and downs, the team ultimately found a way to put a cap on one of the many close games this season that featured no shortage of emotions.
It's definitely emotional. I feel like a lot of the games we've been so close and we brought a lot of games into OT, and like this game we just found a way to finish, and I'm so proud of everyone. This team is just so supportive, and like that's what makes it so great to be on this team.
In Muncie, Xavier Harris, NewsLink, Indiana.
Taking things to the floors of Worthen Arena, the MAC women's basketball preseason poll has been released. After sweeping both the regular season and tournament titles, the Ball State Cardinals were picked to finish 4th, receiving a total of 112 points. The Cards were beat out by Kent State, Toledo, and UMass, but were selected by one coach to win the MAC tournament at the end of the season. Head coach Brady Sally and his staff will have their work cut out for them as they return no starters, but do have an influx of new players to fill that void, including 7 freshmen. The Cards will take their first step toward proving the polls wrong when they tip off for an exhibition on October 29th against IU East. Keeping it on the court, tonight is the tip-off for the NBA regular season, with 2 games kickstarting the season. The first is underway as we speak between the defending champion Oklahoma City Thunder and the Houston Rockets. The Thunder team is led by 27-year-old reigning MVP Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, but the Rockets look to compete thanks to their new superstar Kevin Durant. Staying in the Western Conference, the Golden State Warriors visit the Los Angeles Lakers. The Warriors, led by 2-time MVP Stephen Curry, will take on the Laker team without LeBron James, now being led by 26-year-old Luka Doncic. The game starts at 10 p.m. to wrap up the season's opening day. Kicking it to the field, one running back at Delta High School is etching his name in the record books this season. NewsLink Indiana's Michael Ball went to the gridiron to take a deeper look into this historical season.
Avon Thomas, the 5'9", 168-pound running back out of Delta High School, has become the first running back for the school to average more than 100 yards per game on the ground in the last 5 years. This did not come overnight for Avon, as his offseason is where he set himself apart from the rest.
I just put a lot of preparation in the weight room and off the field work. Make sure I was putting plenty of work with some of my teammates and some of special trainers, and just make sure I was going in the right mindset, knowing that we have a rebuild year and I had to make the most of it.
And even his coaches knew he was going to be special early into this season.
Yeah, I think we thought this summer that he had a chance to be. I would say, there was moments early in the season, but I'd really say that Shelbyville game, week 3, and then the Mount Vernon game is when he kind of put his stamp on it.
Like every great back, Thomas looks up to the best running backs in the league to model his game after.
Shaquan Barkley, I really love the way he plays.
Even his coach can see some of that Barkley effect in his game.
He does a great job of pressing the line of scrimmage. He's always attacking the line of scrimmage, and it's why he turns 3-yard gains into big plays.
Unfortunately, Thomas got hurt in the first half of this game, but he hopes to be back in time for sectionals this Friday. In Muncie, Michael Ball, NewsLink, Indiana.
Peyton Allison, with that colder weather in Indiana, that just brings more basketball, and it's so exciting to see the Ball State women's basketball team closer to getting their season started.
Right, and last year I went to a couple of the games, and they did super good, so I'm really excited to see how they might bring that back this year.
Yes, I can't wait to attend some of those games too.
Well, thank you so much. Coming up, Radley Richmond has your campus coverage.
And one final look at weather. Stay with us.
Yarr! All I wanted was my treasure, and I wound up with a lawsuit from my neighbors. And a belly full of regret.
Thanks, Salty Pete. What a powerful dig story. Okay, great class, everybody. Before we go, let's stand and say the safe digging pledge. Shovels don't know right from wrong, but I do. And I'll always contact Indiana 811 at least 2 working days before digging. It's the only way to dig.
Multiple studies have shown that marijuana can slow both driver reaction and response time, which can be really dangerous. He's here. He's here.
Wait.
Why?
I can't drive.
Why?
My.
Oh.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome back. My name is Radley Richmond, and this is your campus coverage. To get a deeper understanding of the Ball State School of Music, I took a note from the underclassmen of the Vocal Performance Program. This August, the Ball State Vocal Performance Program welcomed a host of new freshmen. Monday evening, these freshmen performed as a part of the first studio concert of the year.
I think this first concert for me is about me finding my own voice that I've been working on. Back in high school, I never took a voice lesson before, and so I've always conformed my voice to the voices around me. But this is my chance to show off the voice that I've grown and created myself through my voice lessons.
Performing in Sursa Hall, these students sang pieces in both English as well as a variety of foreign languages, expressing universal emotions through song.
It brought out more of like my emotional side because a lot of my pieces are more sad and emotional. For example, my Italian piece, she's talking about like no longer let me languish and like stuff like that. And it definitely brings out like more emotion because that's something that I struggle with singing. So it's something that's really helped me.
For some vocal performance students, Ball State's program has introduced them to a whole new world of music.
This performance is a new type of music for me because in high school I did a lot of show choir, which is like pop tunes and like upbeat songs, and this is more serious, and it's allowed me to like explore my vocal technique a lot.
These vocal performances are free and open to all students. If you ever want to be amazed, check out Dr. Zhang's students in Sursa Hall. In Muncie, Radley Richmond, NewsLink, Indiana. For some, it's music. For others, it's everything. Visit the Ball State School of Music Facebook for information on upcoming events and performances. Now, I'm not going to say I shed a tear or anything, but I'll admit it was really powerful.
I mean, I definitely wouldn't blame you. We have some really strong singers here on campus. It's amazing what they can really do.
Yes, and it's so exciting that we have the new Performing Arts Center coming soon on campus. So
These opportunities for students of the arts, it's fantastic to see in my time at Ball State.
Oh, definitely. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Now let's take it over back to Trey with your final weather.
Looking at the weather one more time, Wednesday through Friday will be in the mid to high 50s, with it being 59 this Friday. The clouds are going to keep coming back on this weekend. Thankfully, it'll be in the low 60s. And then Monday through Tuesday, it'll be nice and 64 degrees, where it'll be cloudy, but it'll still be a bit warmer than it is today. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I'm still excited.
I can get behind some clouds. It's a nice little shady walk to campus, walking back. It's pretty nice.
Yeah, so it's good pumpkin patch weather too.
Oh, exactly. That's another thing I really want to try.
Well, thank you so much, Trey. That's all tonight for NewsLink Indiana. Be sure to tune in tomorrow night at 9, streaming live on the NewsLink Indiana Facebook page, YouTube channel, and WCRD 91.3.
And for news anytime, anywhere, just go to cardinalmediabsu.com. Have a great night and stay safe.